Overcome procrastination forever using these 3 steps I'm going to take you through today. I'll teach you why you procrastinate so you can understand, but I'm also going to give you the practical steps to take today so you can stop doing it and actually take action and be consistent with your goals to create a life that you're worthy of having, a life that you're inspired by, an inspired life. If you know my work, that's what I call my method, the Inspired Life Method. So if you are procrastinating your goals, you're hesitating, you're not being consistent, I'm going to teach you everything you need today and get you to have actionable steps to take from this conversation. Only favor I've got from you for right now, if you could just like this video, subscribe, the bigger the channel gets, the more resources I put back into the channel. So thank you in advance for that. So let's begin. There's only 2 things that drive human beings' behaviors: pain and pleasure. Now, you've probably heard that before if you've done some self-development. A lot of people talk about it. The 2 primary drivers of human beings is pain and pleasure. Now, this works until it doesn't. It works until it doesn't. So if you've ever seen or heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it teaches it really, really well. If you're watching my screen, I'm showing my screen right now. So at the bottom couple of levels, we have our physiological needs. And this is like survival. Air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, like survival needs. We want to survive. Above that, your safety needs come into it as well. Feeling safe, having employment, resources, health, property, like you've got a roof over your head, you've got some shelter as well. Well, shelter is more so physiological. Think of the bottom 2 layers as pain. So this is like, if you can't pay your rent, if your kids, your family, or you are going to sleep on the street, that pain, for most people, is going to drive you to take action versus the pleasure of buying a nice car. Pain works until it doesn't. It's a great starting point, and 99.99% of people that I've met use pain to get the ball rolling. So if you right now are watching this video, you've got some level of your needs met, because you've got access to the internet and you're listening to a bloody podcast right now. So you have probably satisfied at least some of these needs. If you didn't know where your next meal was coming from, you probably wouldn't be listening to this podcast right now. So you're probably at least at the safety and above. You got some level of safety. Maybe you're looking for more intimacy, more family, a sense of connection. And then when we get towards the top layers of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it comes more about inspiration. This is the difference between motivation and inspiration. Motivation is more your pain drivers. I feel like shit, I'm not enough, I want to pay my bills, I want to feel safe, I want to have food to eat, I want to have shelter and a bed to sleep in. Now, what happens when you have a fundamental level of those needs met? When you've got a job, you're paying the bills, you've got a bit of routine, you've got shelter, you've got a basic level of your needs met. A lot of people get stuck where, I'm just not motivated now. I just procrastinate my goals. I don't follow through with things. That's when the shift of motivation to inspiration becomes more meaningful. I don't have the need to film this podcast right now. I've got enough revenue coming through my business where I could literally go hang out on my couch and watch Netflix. I could do that if I wanted to. I don't want to. Why? I'm not inspired to do that. I want you to write this one down. The need for motivation is a symptom of an uninspired goal. Let me say it again. The need for motivation is a symptom of an uninspired goal. No one had to motivate me to make this video. No one motivated me to write my book. No one motivated me to run events. I love doing it. I'm fulfilled by doing it. I'm inspired by it. Why? Because it allows me to fulfill my purpose and my values. Your purpose is your gift to give back to the world. It gives you direction. It gives you meaning. It gives you fuel. It gives you so much drive to go fulfill it. It puts a tear in your eye. I run in-person events. We're actually getting ready for our next one on the Gold Coast. If you're on the Gold Coast, come do an event with me. Love to see you. Love to meet you in person. Love connecting with people in person. And we do the purpose process. And we do a limiting belief process. We do a breakthrough in the room. It's beautiful. And when we're doing the process, so I pretty much teach what we're talking right now. I teach about purpose and motivation, inspiration, all these things. And then we go through the purpose process. And I've got a gift for you that I'm going to give you very soon. We go through that process. And the whole room is heart open, tears coming down their face. The energy in the room is fucking incredible. Like, it is so cool. If you ever come see me in person, I'd love to serve you in person. And it's so cool. And I'm in the middle of the room because I'm like doing like a guided meditation. I'm taking them through the processes. I'm asking them the questions and I'm guiding you through it. And I've got a literally step-by-step process to find your purpose. It's really cool. And I'm in the middle of the room. Everyone like, I get people to like lay down and get comfortable, or they can sit in their chair. It doesn't matter. And I'm like in the middle of the room, doing my thing, doing my magic, living my purpose. And I've got tears coming down my face. I'm just so full of ecstasy and love and enthusiasm and inspiration. And we come out of this little meditation that we go on this little journey to find their purpose and to feel it and to connect with it. And it's really beautiful. And then I get people to come back to their chairs. That I do some like connection, go hug some people and all that stuff. We hug people at my event. And I get them to sit down. I ask them, I say, I want you guys to look at my face right now. What do you see? And I've just got tears down my face, got some snot coming out. It's all the good stuff. And they're like, motivation, inspiration, tears, emotions. And I ask them the question, do you think I need motivation to do this? Fuck no. I love it. It's fulfilling. I could honestly just keep doing my online business and not do in-person events. I make enough money online where I don't need to run events. But I do it because it's so fulfilling. Because for anyone that's done like online programs and in-person events, it's hard to replicate the in-person experience. It's really hard to do that. Maybe with future technology and AI and all that stuff coming, but it's really hard. And I do it purely for that. I don't need to. I want to. I'm inspired to do that. So the reason I'm sharing this is if you're procrastinating, there's a very, very, very high chance you don't know what your purpose is. You don't know what your values are. Values are areas of life that fulfill you. A lot of people think values are things like honesty, loyalty, integrity, control, freedom. These are not values, my friend. Success, those are not values. Values are areas of life that fulfill you. Travel, wellness, nature, learning, coaching, money, business, career, relationships, friendships, family, parenting, things you do and express. And your values and your purpose fulfill you and inspire you. You don't need motivation to do them. I'm inspired to make this piece of content for you guys right now because my purpose is to heal and raise consciousness. Look at all the work that I do. I help people heal. I help people raise their level of awareness or consciousness through my work, through my book and courses and stuff like that. I don't need the motivation. So the biggest driver outside of pain. So let's say you've fundamentally met your needs. You've got some money coming in. You can pay the bills. You know when your next meal's coming from, and you can survive. Your survival needs are met. From there, if you're procrastinating, if you're not taking action, if you're not being consistent, if you're lacking motivation, you don't know what your purpose is. I've got a gift for you. Go to YouTube right now, or after this conversation. Go to YouTube, and on YouTube, I have my purpose process for free. I have it for free right here, and it's pretty cool. I was just having a look at some of the comments on this before, so I've had about 1,500 people go through it right now on YouTube. So very inspiring. That was beautiful content. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your gift. This was so powerful. I feel so hopeful and excited for the shift ahead. Thank you for sharing your gift. Don't stop this work of healing. This is going to boom, boom. I like that. Thank you for this. This is so helpful. This is going to be a work in progress. So appreciated. Thank you so much for this video. I've already had some sort of my purpose. I love you. I wish you all the endeavors. Awesome. There's like really cool comments on this video. It's really inspiring for me to see this. So go do this. It is absolutely free. Just type in Lewis Huckstep purpose. If you want to do it in person, come hang out with me in person and I can help you do that. That's the first thing I'd suggest. I'd get clear on your purpose and I would get clear on your values. That's the first step. So self-mastery. Get clear on who you are. If you're lacking motivation, if you're procrastinating, first step, get clear on who you are. Your purpose, your values, your mission and vision. Now, I teach that in my further work. If you want to work with me further, I do that. But if you want your purpose, it's absolutely free. Go do it right now after this video. From there, we want structure and clarity. We want to plan. You want to plan out. So we do values, purpose, mission, vision. So your values is what fulfills you in all areas. Your purpose is your biggest gift to give back to the world, and it fulfills you the most. But purpose is not measurable. We take your purpose and then we get clear on a mission. A mission is a goal, a measurable goal to fulfill, to express your purpose. To live out your purpose, you need a goal to fulfill that. It's a measurable goal. My goal is to coach 10 million people to live a life that they love. That's what I'm here to do. And then a vision is what your life looks like once you hit the mission. They're on the same time scale, but one's more sort of coloring in your whole life. The mission is the measurable goal. And we use your values to create your vision, because your values are what's meaningful to you. A lot of people put shit in their vision board that isn't them. They put Ferraris and cash and all this shit, and it's very egoic. I'm not to say you can't have those things if it's authentic to you. By all means, do that. Maybe you're inspired by beauty. Maybe you're inspired by image and you love those things. By all means, do that. But if you're overcompensating for it, you're going to chase the mirage and never get there. It doesn't work like that. So we do values, purpose, mission, vision. Then we get clear on a plan. So what's the actionable step to move forward? Do you have a master plan for your life? I've got a good friend of mine, Daniel Kirkbride, if you're watching this, Dr. Dan. We had a funny little conversation. We're talking business. He does well in business. We're quite good friends. And he asked me a question. He asked me a question about like business. Like, I'm a bit sort of stuck. I'm not sure what to do. What's your thoughts? And I said, do you have a plan for your business? What's your master plan? He's like, yeah, I got a plan. I said, where is it? Oh, it's in my head. I said, so you don't have a plan. So a plan is written out. And I use five-year goals. And a lot of people say, don't worry about 5-year goals because you don't know what life's going to look like when you get there. I agree with that. But that's why you refine the plan. You redo it every 3 months. I redo mine every month, every week, every day. I do it. I wrote down my outcomes for today's goals to move me towards my week, towards my month, towards my quarter, towards my year, my 2 years and 3 years and 5-year goals. I do that. But you need your mission to be able to do that. So we got your plan. And then the last point is you want to work on your conditioning, your beliefs and your inner work, your perceptions. Because say, for example, you know what you love. You've got your purpose. You've gone and done my purpose process. You're welcome. I'd love to hear what yours is, by the way. It's really beautiful when I hear them. So leave it in the comments in the other video. You've got your purpose. You got clear on a mission. You got clear on a vision. You've got your values. So you fulfill yourself and your self-worth is high. Low self-worth is feedback. You're not living to your values. So if you're lacking self-worth, you're lacking values, come work with me. I can help you find those. So you've got your clarity on that. You've now built out a plan. You've got clarity on how to fulfill your mission and bring your vision to life. You know the vehicle you're going to use, what business model you're going to use. You've got the plan. You've got the steps to take action. Fantastic. Now, what if you don't take action? What if you procrastinate? What if you make excuses? What if you hesitate? What's going on? It's like, well, I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I've got the clarity. I know what to do. But it's like, you know what to do, but you're not doing what you know. That's when inner work comes into it. That's where your beliefs. Maybe you have beliefs that I'm not enough. Maybe you've got unhealed trauma that you're overcompensating for. If you have wounds around rejection, around abandonment, around judgment, criticism, abuse, you will unconsciously protect yourself from experiencing it again or being seen as it. It gets a little bit deep for anyone that's done my trauma work, you know what I mean? So that's where we want to integrate your wounds. So you want to figure out what emotional resistance do you have. I love this quote here. To the degree that you resist reality is the degree that you suffer. Wherever you have mental or emotional resistance in your life outside of real fight or flight is a thing. We are humans. It's not going to go away. It's very natural, very normal. Outside of real fight or flight, wherever you have mental or emotional resistance, it's a projection of you. It's your beliefs or your perceptions. And that resistance, it's what creates sabotaging patterns, overcompensation. Those glass ceilings that you hit, that's where we want to identify what they are. So what beliefs, what stories, what perceptions do you have that are holding you back? That you're not enough, that you're too much, that you're not worthy of money. If I become successful, people will judge me. People will leave me. I don't want to be lonely. I'm not worthy. Whatever the things are. Because you could have the best strategy on the planet. You could have the best master plan with high leverage outcomes. You've got the right vehicle. You've got all the systems and processes to rock and roll. But if you don't have the right mindset to do it, you're not going to do it. I love Tony Robbins' funny analogy. He says, if you're running east looking for a sunset, will you ever get there? No, you won't. Because you're running the wrong direction. It's like you could be so motivated, so inspired, so focused, so determined, so energized, so resourceful. You're doing the wrong fucking thing. So you got to have the right strategies. You need the right strategy, with the mindset. The mindset and success in anything is 80% psychology, 20% skill set. So as much as I've spoken about your master plan, your strategy, your clarity, all those things, it's around addressing your stuff. because it's slippery, because you can't see the forest through the trees. That's why having like a coach or someone to actually reflect things back to you that you're not even aware of is so powerful. And those are the 3 steps to overcome procrastination. I've got a bonus tip for you though, bonus one for you. So number 1, figure out who you are. Get clear on your purpose. Go do that for free. It's on my YouTube. If you want to do your values, purpose, mission, vision, I've got a free 7-day program, which gets a one-on-one call with me. It's in the link below if you want to grab that. But get clear on who you are. Get clear on your plan and your vehicle and the strategies to go execute. And number 3, work on yourself. And again, if you want to work with me, I help do that. I teach you all the tools. I give you all the frameworks. I give you the processes and guide you through how to identify your emotional blocks, your mental blocks, and how to address them with the processes. I give it all to you. And it's for free for 7 days. There's a link down below if you want to take that. Here's a bonus tip, is minimize distractions. So the best $20 productivity purchase I've ever made in my life, and I got it from Alex Hormozi, earmuffs. They're literally the ones you'd wear on like a lawnmower. They're so easy. I whack them on. Like so. My hat's a bit disjointed now. And I work like this. Let me fix me bloody hat up. I work like this. I used to use AirPods, but like the technology and the frequencies just would screw with me. I sit down in my office, I put these on, and I focus. And I do the work. I work on my stuff. I have a plan that I follow. And then, if I have that resistance pop up, okay, what's that belief? What's the trigger? What's the wound? What's the perception? And then I go integrate that. So that's just a bonus tip for you, is minimize distractions on my phone. Simple one. Now, I'm in a position with my business where I'm able to do this. You might not be able to do this, but if you can, turn off all notifications. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb 24/7. Now, you can change the settings so like my wife and other people can get through, but my wife knows you just need to double dial me to get through to me. So you need to call my number twice to get through to me. And outside of that, because if it's a real problem, call the police. Like call an ambulance or something like that if it's a real problem, right? Now, again, in your business, you might have like a phone for business. You might have a personal phone for that stuff. But I've always got notifications turned off. I put earmuffs on when I work. I have a clear outcome. I write down my outcomes, which is part of the master plan, because we go from the mission, which is a 5 to 10 year goal, 3 years, 2 years, 12 months, quarter, monthly, weekly, daily outcomes. I write my outcomes here. So I've got my outcomes here of what I'm doing today. Earmuffs on. Let's rock and roll. So, because I'm gifted with ADHD, autism, Asperger's, all the good stuff. So, that's why using things like that help me with that as well. I hope this helped out. If you got value, please like, please subscribe, leave your thoughts down below. Go do the purpose process. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. It's really powerful. If you want to work with me further, I have a free 7-day program, overcome self-doubt, insecurities, crush your life, and you will remove a limiting belief, will heal your stuff, and you get a one-on-one call with me as well. And that's in the link below. I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.